Chicago to start out. Now here's Simmons. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
And, you know, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it, really demonstrating how lethal he is in the air.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can at times be unstoppable.
2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And then Simmons slams it in.
Simmons is driving inside. I'm telling you, he's going to sky up for the flush. Getting to the bucket in no time.
And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. To the middle. Here's KD.
And as hard as he is to defend, Grant spends about as much time at the free throw line as anybody.
Sacramento shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
That's tipped. Here's McGrady. And he jams it with authority.
And I like seeing McGrady rise up for the dunk. Has amazing leaping ability and good reach, too. He makes it look easy.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Chicago calls timeout. with the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Here's Jordan. That's in, coming off the assist from Katie.
Jordan getting quickly into the shot. No hesitation. Supreme confidence shooting off the pass.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Timeout, timeout.
Yeah, that's 2 really unproductive trips in a row ending in turnovers.
Chicago calls timeout.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. McGrady outside. And stolen by Simmons. Shot clock at 5. Tipped away. Stolen by Durant. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Man, what a special player Antetokounmpo is, sharing the sugar there. The vision he showed, nice job finding the open man.
That's 4 turnovers out of them already. Sloppy play in the early going.
And, Greg, it'll be a long day for them if they keep this up.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
Boy, Jordan is something to watch slamming home the ball, man. This guy is really strong.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And the struggles continue, guys, and really it's about those turnovers. They've been the culprit.
Yeah, 5 already, Greg, and they've just been too casual, too much profiling out there to start the game.
It's Jordan on the wing. It's Jordan on the wing. Yao trying to get open. Michael Jordan again.
Timeout, timeout.
Jordan's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Kings. Chicago calls timeout.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
go for a different look here. .153 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Leonard. To end the run. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Johnson surveying the floor. Chicago grabs the miss.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Chicago. They trail by 9 points. Back to Leonard. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Shaq misses. Pass to Johnson. Here is Elijah. Back to Johnson. Now here is Elijah. Outside, Kobe. Just 5 on the clock. And it's in there.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Leonard. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Jump
And a
ball.
bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And Chicago has possession. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And it's Abdul-Jabbar penetrating. And here is Johnson. Pass to Elijah. Lock at 6. Kobe, no luck. Leonard fires away from outside. And so it's Sacramento. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
Pass to Elijah. And the turnover again by Sacramento. Chicago trails by 6. On the wing, Giannis. This one for three. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. And it's Bryant in the corner. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Carter. Offensive rebound. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. 5 on the clock. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Yao, no luck.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Well, you know, it's hard to overstate the impact that Giannis has on the floor with his play. I mean, he gives you so much at both ends of the floor, offense and defense, and really draws a lot of attention from the opposing team.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep. Yeah, third turnover of the quarter, and he has got to value that basketball more.
Now here's LeBron. Giannis, no good. The efficiency of Giannis, Clark, that's just the icing on the cake.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. For years, people were asking, how scary is Giannis going to be? Well, we got our answer pretty much in the form of he's a nightmare.
And so here is Chicago after the Kings pick up 2. From deep three-point range. Another miss for him, now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. And the dunk by Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, good look there as well. And this is what Hakeem's worked on. Pay too much attention to him, and he'll burn you with a nice find. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Now with the ball. And Yao picking him up. Giannis outside. Outside Jordan. Can't hit that one. And it's Chicago the other way. And the ball out of play. The Kings will inbound.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Kings leading now by 9. Outside, KD. Here's McGrady. No good with the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Abdul-Jabbar's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Yao with it. Defended by Carter. Kings moving the ball around. A shot by Jordan, no good.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
And here is Yao. LeBron outside. Yao Ming pulls it in.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Outside Durant. 6 to shoot. Back to Jordan. Durant at the elbow. Buries the 20-footer. And the Kings lead by 8.
Yeah, and Jordan sees the floor so nicely. I mean, one of his guys has a clean look. He gets the ball to him in whip-like fashion.
Giannis outside. Back to Jordan. Pass to Giannis. Stolen by Carter. Outside, out of the Kumbo. Can't connect from long distance. The shot, no good. And that's it for the first half of action. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Durant with a wide open look. Offensive rebound. Yao's shot is off.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Throws down the breakaway jam.
Simmons doing a nice job there mucking up passing lanes and making life difficult for the opposition. And that's a mindset, but also activity and energy display.
Here's Giannis. It's good from about 19 feet.
Boy, Durant did a nice job, created space for that shot.
Mr. Williamson takes the three, and the three ball is good.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Williamson. No good. Outside, KD. Back to Jordan. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
I tell you, that's why Antetokounmpo is so feared league-wide. I mean, when he's close to the rim, he's most likely going to flush it on him.
For 3. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's McGrady. Here's Yao. Back to Giannis. Just 4 to shoot. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's foul number 2 for him. Outside Durant. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the 3rd.
Passion is something we love to see no matter what we're doing, and Leonard plays with great passion. A defensive menace who gives everything he has to shut his man down while still doing it at the offensive end, too.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
Outside Jordan. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his 1st foul of the game. Here's Giannis. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Shaq.
And Antetokounmpo is just fearless. I mean, hit him, knock him around, really doesn't faze him, doesn't matter. I mean, this guy is determined to get the job done, and he does.
And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it clean.
It's hauled in by McGrady.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
He doesn't get the second one.
Boy, McGrady, an elite talent. I mean, a remarkable athlete, tremendous bounce and speed and strength, and he continues to get better.
Back to O'Neal. 5 to shoot. Launches a 3. And that one's good, Williamson.
And you can tell Williamson is aware he has to keep working. on that part of his game. Good to see him knock that one down.
Timeout called by the Kings.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
.115 left in the third. Here's Johnson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Shaq.
Well, the court awareness of Magic Johnson, coupled with his 6'9" size, make him as unique a point guard as we've ever seen, who does everything for this team.
Chicago trails by 7. Pass to Isaac. It's stolen by Bryant. Down low, Abdul-Jabbar. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Sacramento.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
And the basket by Isaac.
You know what? I think you've got to have that shot in your game, even if you are a big guy now. And Isaac demonstrating that he does have that in his game.
And here's Bird for 3. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. .30 seconds left here in the third quarter. Pass the ball. Here's Shaq. He's guarded by Johnson. Another 3 for Chicago.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Timeout called by the Kings.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Now Abdul-Jabbar. The tray. Kicks it out to Johnson. From deep. Can't get it to fall. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Kings lead by 3. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Durant way outside. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And it's Bird with the jam.
Kevin, I tell you what, the peripheral vision, the court awareness of Johnson, this guy always knows when one of his teammates is open.
Now, here's Isaac. Durant for 3. Here's O'Neal. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Isaac misses.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
And that one falls for Olajuwon.
Hakeem Olajuwon, a transcendent talent. Late to the game, but my, oh my, what a beast of a big man. He's certainly a guy you can build a team around.
Sacramento on defense. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Durant in the corner. And again, no good by Chicago. Enzo Bryant will bring it up for Sacramento. 6-point game. Bird with the bucket.
You know, it's interesting the way Bird shoots the basketball. Angles his body instead of squaring up most times, but the results are remarkable and unquestionably good.
Now here's James. Pass to Isaac. The wide open look for Durant. And again, no good by Chicago. Here's Bird. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. And now a 12-point Kings lead.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
They need this. Here's Yao. Nailed from three-point land. Yao's got his first 3 points of the game.
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to them.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Mike D'Antoni talked to his team. He told them, look, we're in a good spot. The one thing I want you guys to do, stay in the moment. Don't look ahead. Stay in the moment and compete. Kevin, we'll see if they can keep focused.
The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around.
Timeout, timeout.
Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
And Antetokounmpo really, building on his shooting. That's impressive to see. No way the defense catches up to him when he's rising up right after he gets the pass. No way.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Back to McGrady. And here's KD for three. Cans it from downtown.
And that stroke of Durant, effortless. Easily pulling up from the perimeter. Textbook form. Beautiful to watch.
Inside. Outside for Jordan. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Hard not to respect how tough Jordan is inside. Really good at angling his body to pick up the foul call.
And so Jordan nails both of them. Chicago trails by 12. Pass to Yao. From deep, Giannis. Rebound by Yao. And the Kings with possession. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. First one falls for it. And McGrady drops them both. A minute 42 left in the game. And so here is Chicago. The drive by Giannis. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And he can't stop the run as he misses. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And Ming, boy, I tell you, this guy is so big. He's a dominant force who also has a touch that belies his size. This guy is a real force at both ends.
Now here's LeBron. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago.
Pass to Yao. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Kings. Beyond the arc. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Just 5 to shoot. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And the Kings lead by 18.
That one's going to be the final dagger, and these guys can now celebrate.
And they deserve it. They deserve to celebrate a dominant performance in what's going to be a blowout win.
Now, here is McGrady. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. Poked loose. It's stolen by McGrady. And stolen by James. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Back to LeBron. LeBron is doubled. 6 on the shot clock. Yao's shot is off. And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.